Ever wonder how we predict a whole season of snow months in advance? It's not magic, it's science. Forecasting winter is a fascinating blend of technology, observation, and human expertise, all working together to give us a glimpse into the months ahead. Meteorologists analyze global patterns in the atmosphere and oceans, piecing together clues from around the world. They look at everything from shifting wind currents to subtle changes in sea surface temperatures, searching for signals that hint at what's to come. We use sophisticated computer models, supercomputers that simulate the Earth's climate system using massive amounts of data. These machines crunch numbers at incredible speeds, processing information from satellites, weather stations, and ocean buoys to create detailed simulations of our planet's future weather. These models track everything from Pacific Ocean temperatures to Arctic air pressure, projecting how conditions will evolve. For example, a warming Pacific can signal an El Niño event, which often brings wetter or milder winters to some regions, while a cooling trend might mean La Niña and a different set of impacts. But we don't rely on just one model. Each model has its strengths and weaknesses, and no single forecast can capture the full complexity of the atmosphere. We compared dozens from climate centers worldwide, looking for consensus. By examining forecasts from Europe, North America, and Asia, we can spot trends and outliers, building a more reliable picture of what winter might bring. When models agree, our confidence in the forecast grows. If several independent models point to a colder than average winter, for example, we can be more certain in that prediction. Human expertise is crucial. Forecasters interpret the data, compare it to past winters, and look for analogs to refine the outlook. They ask, have we seen similar patterns before? What happened then? This historical perspective helps us avoid being misled by short-term fluctuations or unusual data. We blend raw data, powerful modeling, and experience to create a seasonal forecast. It's a process that requires both technical skill and intuition, as forecasters weigh the evidence and make judgment calls about what's most likely. Remember, these forecasts are about probabilities, not certainties. We're not predicting the exact weather for every day, but rather the odds of certain patterns, like a higher chance of snow or a milder season overall. We can't tell you if it'll snow on Christmas in your town, but we can say if your region is likely to have a colder or snowier winter than average. This helps communities prepare for what's most likely, even if the details remain uncertain. It's about identifying the big patterns that load the dice for certain weather. For instance, a persistent jet stream pattern can steer storms toward or away from your area, shaping the entire season. Think of it as knowing the deck is stacked for a particular outcome. The odds shift, but there's always a chance for surprises. Nature loves to keep us guessing. This information is invaluable for planning, whether you're managing a city's snow budget, booking a ski trip, or just wondering if you'll need that extra shovel this year. Businesses, governments, and families all use these forecasts to make smarter decisions. The science behind seasonal forecasting is complex, but it gives us a powerful edge. Every year, advances in technology and understanding help us get a little bit better at seeing what's ahead. And as you'll see, this winter's forecast is already taking shape, offering us a window into the season to come and helping us all get ready for whatever winter has in store. Let's meet the main players shaping this winter. First up, La Niña. When the equatorial Pacific cools, it shifts the jet stream and changes weather worldwide. This phenomenon, known as La Niña, can have far-reaching impacts, influencing weather patterns across continents and oceans. In North America, La Niña pushes the jet stream north, setting up a classic pattern we'll explore soon. This shift often results in colder and wetter conditions in the northern parts of the continent, while the southern regions may experience drier and warmer weather. For Europe, the North Atlantic Oscillation, or NAO, is key. This atmospheric phenomenon plays a crucial role in determining the weather patterns across the continent, especially during the winter months. Its positive phase brings mild, wet winters to Western Europe. This means more rain and less snow, with temperatures staying relatively moderate. Its negative phase opens the door to Arctic cold. This can lead to severe cold snaps, heavy snowfall, and icy conditions that can disrupt daily life. The NAO can flip every few weeks, making it a wild card. This variability adds an element of unpredictability to the winter weather, making it challenging to forecast long-term conditions. Then there's sudden stratospheric warming, or SSW, a rapid warming high above the North Pole that can shatter the polar vortex and unleash frigid air far south. This dramatic event can have significant impacts on weather patterns, often leading to extreme cold outbreaks. An SSW can turn a mild winter into a deep freeze, often with just a few weeks' notice. This sudden change can catch people off guard, leading to disruptions in daily life and requiring quick adjustments. This year, La Niña is the main driver, but we're watching the NAO and SSW closely. These factors will interact in complex ways, influencing the overall weather patterns we experience. These factors will determine when and where the coldest outbreaks hit. Understanding their interplay is crucial for accurate weather forecasting and preparation. Will the NAO go negative and flood Europe with cold? This is one of the key questions meteorologists are trying to answer as they monitor the evolving weather patterns. Will an SSW send Arctic air plunging south? Such an event could lead to dramatic temperature drops and severe winter weather in regions unaccustomed to such conditions. These are the wild cards. Their unpredictable nature makes it challenging to forecast the exact conditions we'll face. But they are critical to understanding the potential extremes of this winter. The answers will define the winter for millions. As we continue to monitor these factors, we'll gain a clearer picture of what to expect and how to prepare for the season ahead. La Niña splits North America in two, creating a familiar winter map. The polar jet stream takes a northern route, diving out of Alaska, across the Pacific Northwest, and over the Great Lakes. The northern U.S. and Canada get frequent storms and heavy snow. Great news for ski resorts and snow lovers. The upper Midwest and Great Lakes see big lake effect snow events. Meanwhile, the southern U.S. stays warmer and drier, with fewer snow and ice threats. This north-south divide is the hallmark of La Niña. If you're in the northern tier, expect an active, snowy season. In the south, prepare for a milder, quieter winter. In Europe, the NAO will shape the winter. Early forecasts point to a positive NAO, bringing mild, wet weather to Western Europe. Think more rain than snow for the UK, France, and Spain. The jet stream blocks Arctic air from the west, but allows cold to spill into Eastern and Northern Europe. Scandinavia, Poland, and Russia could see a colder, snowier winter. Central Europe becomes a battleground for heavy snow as mild and frigid air collide. If the NAO flips negative or an SSW hits, Arctic cold could sweep across the continent, changing everything. So, while the West starts mild, everyone should be ready for a possible late-season pattern shift. The U.S. winter forecast is shaping up to be a textbook example of La Niña in action, bringing sharp contrasts from north to south across the country. This pattern is driven by cooler-than-average Pacific Ocean temperatures, which shift the jet stream and set the stage for dramatic weather differences. The northern tier, especially the Pacific Northwest and Northern Rockies, will be in the storm track's bullseye. Residents here can expect frequent storms rolling in from the Pacific, bringing above-average snowfall to mountain passes and valleys alike. Outdoor enthusiasts will find prime conditions for skiing and snowboarding, but travel could be challenging at times. The upper Midwest and Great Lakes should brace for a relentless parade of cold, snowy conditions. Major lake-effect snow events are likely, with blizzards and whiteouts making travel hazardous. Cities along the lake shores may see snow piling up quickly, straining local resources. The Northeast is primed for an active winter, with the potential for several powerful nor'easters. These storms can bring heavy snow, strong winds, and coastal flooding, so residents should be ready for disruptions and stock up on essentials. In contrast, the southern U.S., stretching from California through Texas and all the way to Florida, will experience a much different season. Expect warmer and drier conditions, with fewer cold snaps and storms than usual. Many will enjoy more time outdoors, but the lack of rain could have consequences. Drought concerns may worsen in the Southwest and California, where water supplies are already strained. Reservoirs could drop further, and fire risk may increase as vegetation dries out. This dramatic north-south split will define the season, affecting everything from snow removal budgets and emergency services to travel plans and holiday gatherings. Communities will need to adapt to these changing conditions. Northern cities should prepare for frequent disruptions, school closures, and challenging commutes, while the South enjoys a milder, more comfortable winter with fewer weather worries. Ultimately, your winter experience will depend on which side of the jet stream you call home. Stay informed, plan ahead, and be ready for whatever this La Niña winter brings. For Canada, this La Niña winter is a snow lover's dream. British Columbia and Alberta will see relentless Pacific storms and deep snowpacks, perfect for ski resorts. The prairies face frequent Arctic outbreaks and colder than average conditions, locking in the snow. Ontario and Quebec will be battlegrounds for major snowstorms as Arctic and Atlantic air clash. The Great Lakes will fuel powerful lake-effect snow for cities like Toronto and Montreal. Even Atlantic Canada is in for an active season, with strong coastal storms possible. If the NAO turns negative later, expect even colder air and bigger storms. From Vancouver to St. John's S, prepare for a classic snowy Canadian winter. Bundle up and get ready for a season to remember. Winter is coming, and it's bringing plenty of snow. A near-normal winter doesn't mean boring. It means wild swings between warmth and cold, or dry spells and big storms. You might get steady snow all season, or one monster blizzard that delivers the whole average at once. The same goes for temperature. Expect thaws and deep freezes, not just steady cold. These swings can cause ice, strain infrastructure, and disrupt daily life. So don't let a normal forecast lull you into complacency. Be ready for anything, especially if you're near the main storm track. The most challenging winters are often the ones that look average on paper. Stay alert and prepared for surprises. Knowing the forecast is just the start. Preparation is key. If you're in a snowy zone, get your gear ready now. Shovels, snowblowers, ice melt. Winterize your home, check weather stripping and insulate pipes. Prep your car with winter tires and an emergency kit. Stay indoors during storms and dress in layers if you must go out. Don't overexert yourself shoveling heavy snow. Take breaks and stay hydrated. Keep multiple ways to get weather alerts, apps, radio, or local news. Stock up on essentials before storms hit. Smart preparation turns a winter crisis into a manageable inconvenience. A little planning goes a long way. A seasonal forecast is more than a conversation starter. It's a planning tool. Cities use it to prep snowplows, salt supplies, and budgets. Businesses adjust staffing and inventory from ski resorts to coffee shops. Logistics companies plan for weather delays. On a personal level, it helps you winterize your home, plan travel, and stay safe. This winter's strong La Niña signature gives us a clear roadmap. By preparing now, we can face the season with confidence and resilience. Stay safe, stay ready, and respect the power of winter.